Hello, it's Gordon here. Hope all is well with you. And this Facebook Live I've called How I Became a Best-Selling Author. Because a lot of people, when they introduce themselves in every video, they say, so-and-so here, best-selling author of so-and-so and so-and-so. You see that a lot, don't you? And they do it to sort of validate themselves as an expert, to create the perception or embed it, or what's the word, ingrain the perception of them as the expert. And obviously you can't do it if it isn't true. Some people might try doing it if it isn't true, but you see it a lot. And I could do it. I could say, Gordon Bryan here, best-selling author of the book Bench the Failure, a Goal Achievement Masterclass. Because I wrote a book online called Bench the Failure, a Goal Achievement Masterclass, and it became a bestseller. So I could say that in my videos, and I could put bestseller graphics around my images and that, but I don't. And here's why. I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to tell you how I became a best-selling author. And that book, Bench the Failure, is still available on Amazon. Don't go and buy it, by the way. I'll tell you why. I'm looking through my photos as I go throughout the year, and I remind myself of photos I've taken over previous years. And February the 16th, 2016, I took a picture of a bench in the countryside. It's a picnic area, so it's not surprising that there's a bench with a nice view. And I thought I'd take a picture from behind the bench, looking out through the bench to the countryside. And it was a nice picture, and I used it for one of my quote images. But around the same time, and I'll post those images, by the way, below this video when I've posted it. About the same time, I came across a blog post covering a subject I've read before about how to become a best-selling author. Because it can help your image and your branding. And in this case, it was about how to become a best-selling author on Amazon. And I thought, that's interesting. I read the blog post, and I thought I could do that because there's a bit of a hack to it. I don't know if it still works in 2019. This was 3 years ago I did it. So I used that cover of the bench used that photo of the bench as the cover for the book, called it Bench the Failure, a Goal Achievement Masterclass. And the book is about the experiment of becoming a #1 bestseller and the goal achievement lessons in it. Okay, so it's showing me following my own goal achievement formula, deciding a goal, believing that it can happen, working out what the plan is, working out the next step, taking action, and keep going. It's that goal achievement formula in action as an experiment to see what happened. So I made the cover, wrote the book, which is basically 1 or 2 pages. I can't even remember now. That's why I'm saying don't buy it. Because all it is in the book is saying, this is the experiment. Here's my blog post on my blog so that you can follow along. All right, that is the content of the book. You then price it on Kindle at 99p, and you can have a free version. And then you ask a few people as a favour, blatantly as a favour, to go and buy it on Amazon and maybe leave a review. So I set it all up. I told social media that it's what I was doing. I asked people to buy it. Some people told me that they'd bought it. And then, guess what? It became a #1 bestseller on Amazon. In psychological education was the category that I picked. And I took screen captures of it and so on and so on. So I am a #1 best-selling author of the book Bench the Failure, a Goal Achievement Masterclass. Sounds good, doesn't it? How many sales do you think it took to become a best-selling author on Amazon? And the answer is it's actually quite surprisingly difficult as the author of your own book on Amazon to find out how many it sold. Surprisingly difficult, but it's under 10 copies. I'm going to say that again. Under 10 copies. Not 10,000 copies, not 100 copies, not 1,000 copies, 10. Under 10. So apart from showing the goal achievement formula in action and showing that it works in action, it also makes the point that when you see a guru saying that they're a #1 best-selling author, you might take that with a pinch of salt and you might want to look a little bit further. Now, if you're a New York Times #1 bestseller or a Sunday Times #1 bestseller, that's a slightly different kettle of fish. You can't do that by selling less than 10. You've got to sell an actual physical book by the truckload. But again, actually, there are courses out there. You can pay $3,000 to buy a course on how to become a New York Times #1 bestseller. So even then, you might want to take that with a pinch of salt. So that's 2 great lessons from me becoming a best-selling author. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Let me know what you think. If you like that story, hit the like button. Maybe leave a comment below. I'd appreciate that because it helps me get my message out further. Facebook, if it sees likes and comments, Facebook thinks the video has more value, so shows it to more people. So I would appreciate that. Of course, you can check out my Transform Your Life Now program, where I talk about the 8-step goal achievement formula at transformyourlifenow.com. And in fact, if you sign up for that, you can immediately download me going over the 8-step goal achievement formula. And look out for my new online passion profits strand, which I'm going to slightly break away from the Transform Your Life Now page back to the online passion profits page. So, signing off for now. Hope all is well with you. Wishing you as ever health and happiness, and I will speak to you again soon.